We are counting down the days to the AAA Route 66 Road Fest, and this afternoon we're getting a taste of what's in store.
Joining us is Ken Busby of the Route 66 Alliance and Jeramy Auld from Jane's Delicatessen. Guys, thank you so much for being here this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the Road Fest. Tell us, yeah.
Okay, I thought you were going to start with food, I was sure. So the Road Fest coming up June 23rd to 25th, AAA Road Fest. Something truly for everyone. Classic car show, RV park, Pinewood Derby, lots of activities for the kids. And then the best thing, I think, is called The Journey, which is a decade-by-decade experience, immersive experience where you get to learn the history and what all is everything about Route 66 and what all it means for our community and why that history is so important to Tulsa.
Well, it's rooted in history, all things Americana.
Absolutely.
The classic American road trip, and we will get a taste of that.
Absolutely.
That weekend, and also a taste of some
I was going to say, and speaking of taste.
Yeah, right?
You know,
Great
Jeremy,
transition.
it's hard to ignore this big piece of meat here. What are we doing here today? What is this?
Yeah, so at Jane's, we're pretty eclectic little space, and so we get a lot of questions about our food. One of the biggest questions we get is, what is pastrami? People tend to think it's some kind of strange meat that comes from some mythical creature, but it's really just brisket that we cure over time. But I thought it'd be nice to come and kind of give you a little rundown of how we get from here to all the way to the sandwiches.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's pretty simple. Yeah, like I said, it's brisket, just like you would get at any of our local little barbecue joints. The only difference is we do cure it. It takes like 2 weeks to cure it. But then other than that, we're just I'm gonna separate these two pieces right here, because corned beef is another part of this as well. And you're gonna get that from the flat, which is gonna come off the top right here. And this piece on the bottom is the point of the brisket. That's where the pastrami is gonna come from. So,
while you're doing that, tell us a little bit about Jane's and your history on Route 66.
We've been on Route 66 for about 6 years, which in restaurant terms is a very long time, but in Route 66 terms, we're just babies. So there's those two pieces. Let's see. But yeah, we've got over 30 sandwiches on the menu. We do lunch and dinner, pork and pierogies. We kind of say that we take a Tulsa twist on a New York deli. Right.
You know, and we think of delis in New York, and I mean, you can get that taste here in Tulsa.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you always been interested in delis and
yeah,
just
my grandma was from Germany, like Borscht was the last name. So that Eastern Europe, that's kind of where delis came from, was that area. And preserving meats and, you know, making everything in-house. We make all of our own breads and everything else. We make our own spice rubs. So basically, after we get them trimmed, we're gonna rub them down with our in-house spice rub, which cannot give you all the secret ingredients to, but
we'll save that for another day.
It is gorgeous.
They've each got different ones.
That.
And smells really good.
Yes, it does.
There you go.
Okay, and this is another one.
This is for the corned beef. So at this point, they technically are both corned beefs. The only difference is going to be how we cook them. So once we get them rubbed down and ready to go, the corned beef itself is going to go in the oven, cook it for a little bit, and then it'll get boiled. And that's going to be the finished product there on the left. The pastrami is going to go in the smoker, and that's what makes it pastrami at that point.
Yeah, you've got that black spark on there.
And the curing process and everything, that's what gives it its pink color. It preserves it a little bit and definitely gives it a little bit of flavor too. But yeah, at this point, we're there. There's pastrami, your brisket, corned beef. You got your finished product over here, and how about a little taste?
Yeah,
I'm in.
We totally want to try.
The thing about sandwiches is, you guys still have a lot of news to cover here. You got to eat it with your hands. It's going to get a little messy. So, had Chef Jeremiah put together a little pastrami bite.
Look at this. I love this.
So there you go.
I was ready.
I mean, dig in. Don't let me stop you. Don't let me stop you.
But before we do this, because you know I don't want to talk with a full mouth, we do want to remind people the Route 66 Road Fest is June 23rd through the 25th at Expo Square. There's early bird pricing on tickets through May 15th. You can buy tickets online at route66roadfest.com. Remind us where you're at again so people can come out.
We're in the Meadow Gold District on 11th Street, 1401 East 11th Street.
And check out their neon sign. Really cool.
Oh, I love that.
It is cool. You know, I drive by it a lot, and now I'm going to come in.
There you go.
All right.